everyone, welcome back. Bex here today to talk about my 2019 reading goals progress. So at the beginning of the year, I made a video outlining some bookish goals that I wanted to accomplish over the 12 months. And now that we're approximately halfway through 2019, I figured it was time that I kind of check in, see how I'm doing, and see if I'm on track to complete the goals I had set myself by the end of this year. The first goal that I set for myself was one that I've set every year for many years, and that is the Goodreads reading challenge. This year I set myself the goal of reading 40 books, which is pretty typical for me. I didn't want to push myself too hard, and this year so far I have read 22 books, which is great because it actually means that I'm a bit ahead of where I should be, and it kind of entices me to read maybe some bigger books that I wouldn't necessarily pick up. I can also attribute this being slightly ahead to the fact that I've participated in a couple readathons so far this year. I'll be competing in the Newts in August, and those sorts of things always push me to read more than I normally would. So this is good so far. My second goal was to put closed captioning on all of my solo videos. In previous years, I've had goals to put closed captioning on any video that I upload, but it just became really hard and very frustrating to try and put closed captioning on videos with Les and I, because we were constantly talking over each other and joking and interrupting and whatnot. So I changed it to just be the solo videos that I upload with just me in them. So far this year, I have uploaded 11 videos where it's just me, and I have put closed captioning on 10 of those. The one video that I haven't put closed captioning on was actually a reading vlog from the Femme Fatale Readathon back in March. And the reason I didn't was, one, because it's 40 minutes long, and the other is because YouTube didn't generate any closed captioning subtitles at all. So I had literally nothing to work with, and I was like, I am not gonna spend hours of my life to caption 40 minutes of video. I'm just gonna let that be. So this one will never be perfect, but as far as the videos that I really feel I should be captioning, I have done that so far this year. Number 3 was to focus on reading my physical TBR. These books right here, this entire bookcase, are all the books that I have not read yet, and I really wanted to make a push to try and bring that number down while still accommodating for acquiring books in book hauls. So at the beginning of the year, I had 87 books on this shelf, and as of yesterday, I currently now have 79, which is not bad considering I have had a book haul, at least one. I will have another one eventually, but I haven't counted those books yet. So at this point, I'm doing pretty well. Hopefully that will hold up as long as I just kind of keep joining in on readathons and powering through that sort of thing. That'll be good. The final main goal that I had for myself was to try and read 4 500 plus page books. I definitely have a tendency to pick up books that I know are going to be quicker reads and sort of ignore those thicker books that are on my shelves. And so I set this goal for myself so that I would read approximately 1 per quarter. So every 3 months, I would need to have read at least one 500-page book that was already on my shelf at the beginning of the year. So any books that I haul in the year and read that are over 500 pages don't count. It had to be from this bookcase originally. Oh, I should probably get the books. I can show you the books that I read for that. As of today, I am on track to complete this challenge by the end of the year. I have read 2 books that are over 500 pages. The first one is The Forgotten Garden by Kate Morton. This came in at, let me check my notes, 544 pages, so decent, not huge, but fits the goal. And then the other book that I actually just finished the other day is The Lost Symbol by Dan Brown, and this one came in at 509 pages. So it's nice to have these hunkers off my TBR and accounted for with this particular goal. And then finally, the last thing I had set for myself is not actually part of my original goals video. This is a separate video that I filmed, which was 9 books I want to read in 2019. And in that, I discussed 9 specific books from my TBR that I wanted to make sure that I got to this year, that I was excited to get to this year. And so far, I have got to 5 of those books. Now, The results have been varying, but I figured I could at least share which ones I've finished, and then hopefully by the time December comes around, I will have said that I have at least attempted to read or finished all of them. The first book from this pile is Gemina by Amie, Kaufman, and Kristoff. This is the second book in the Illuminae Files trilogy. This one is a hunker. It's over 600 pages long, but it is mixed media, so it's actually pretty fast as far as big books go. This one I enjoyed, not quite as much as the first one, but overall a success. Another one from the list that I've read is Fallen Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes. This is the first book in the Fallen Kingdoms series, and I was actually really impressed with this one. Third book from this list that I finished is The Fact of a Body by Alexandria Marzano-Lesnevich, and this was the first 5-star book that I read in 2019, and I like this book so much that I actually filmed an entirely separate individual review about it, so you can go find that and watch me gush about how much I like this book and why I liked this book. This one is unfortunately one that I DNF'd, and that was Big Weather. This is Chasing Tornadoes in the Heart of America by Mark Svenvold. I thought this was going to be cool because it was going to be about tornado chasers, but unfortunately it was super boring. There was so much name dropping. I couldn't keep track of who anybody was. There was way too many random names and random tangents that I didn't really feel needed to be covered in this book, and not enough talking about like the actual storms. I felt like that was the part that drew me in the first place, and I felt like I didn't get to hear about them at all. So I DNF'd this about halfway through. I gave up, like I just couldn't take it anymore. And then lastly, from this pile, I haven't finished this one yet, but I am currently reading My Life Next Door by Huntley Fitzpatrick. I'm only about 30 pages in, not even 30 pages in, but this is a summer read, and it is definitely summer here now, so I'm going to enjoy this one while I'm outside drinking a beverage. But this list is going well so far. I'm definitely on track with it to have completed all 9 books by the end of the year. Overall, I feel like I'm doing really well. I feel like I'm sticking to my goals, and I'm definitely on track to complete them all by December. If you guys set yourselves some goals for 2019, let me know how they're going down below. Are there any that you've abandoned? Are there any that you've completed? Let me know how it's going. As always, all of our links are in the down bar. You can go check those out if you feel so inclined. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you later.